You're going to make a loop. And make another loop inside that one and pull. You'll end up with a little tail and the rest of your yarn. You'll pull the tail to tighten the hole, make it smaller, and you will slide your hook inside that. Like I showed you in my previous video, you will either be holding your crocheting hook like a knife or like a pencil, depending on how comfortable you are with which one. I will be holding mine like a knife. You want to loop and use this finger or this finger to help you keep tension. And we will do a swatch of half double crochets, practice them a little bit. So we're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the loop. We're basically making a chain of 10. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You'll have about that length, about an inch, I'd say. And you will yarn over. You've got the loop that's on your hook, which is this first one right here. You'll go 1, that's the second loop, and the third loop from your hook, and push it in. You'll yarn over, pull through that top loop you just inserted into, and you'll have 3 loops on your hook. You'll yarn over again, pull through all 3, yarn over, insert into that loop right here, that next one here, yarn over, pull through. You've got 3 on your loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, yarn over, next loop. You can kind of see a gap right there in the next loop. You just slide it in the top, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over. You can kind of see the gap. This is the current gap. This is the next gap. You can kind of see the color of my finger through it. Insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 3, yarn over, insert in the top of the next loop there, yarn over, pull through the top loop, we just inserted in, yarn over, pull through 3. You kind of notice here that I am, when I insert in, I rotate, I just barely twist it in my finger, the needle here, barely twist it. It kind of keeps the yarn hooked on the hook here. You insert it in, yarn over, you twist it, pull it back through, yarn over, pull it through 3, yarn over, insert the top bump of that loop, yarn over, pull through back the loop, yarn over, pull through the 3, yarn over, insert through the final loop here. Now it's going to look kind of funny because it's the last loop here. It almost looks like a braid. You're going to insert just in that top loop right there. Insert, yarn over, pull it back through that loophole, and you'll yarn over and pull through the 3. That's the second row of crocheting, but the first row of half double crochets. The first row was just a chain 10. You're just chaining. And to continue this, we're going to just chain 1, just chain 2, and then you're going to turn your work. Just like when we first started this row down here, the starting row, we're going to yarn over 2 loops from your hook that you have here. You can see the gap of the first hole here that's attached to our work. Here's the second gap, and that's the first gap. I'm sorry. The first gap from your working yarn and the second gap. You go into that. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over. You'll still have the 1, 2, 3 here. You'll yarn over, pull through all 3, yarn over. You'll end up with a braid, a type of braided on top here. Unlike before when you just had the 1 loop on top, now we've got a V on top there that you can kind of see. You'll yarn over, but you'll see that you still have a gap, a hole, the loop you want to go through. You'll go through both. You'll go through that first V, that hole there. Yarn over, pull through that same loop, and you've got 3 on your hook, just like before. Yarn over, pull through the 3. Yarn over, go into that next hole, yarn over, pull through the same hole. You have 3. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over, go through the next hole here. Yarn over, pull through the same hole. You've got 3. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over, go into the next loop, yarn over, pull through that same loop you went through, yarn over, pull through all 3. On the last one of this row here, yarn over, go through that last hole there, yarn over, pull through the same hole. You've got 3. Yarn over, pull through all 3. And then we chain 1, chain 2, turn your work. And you will continue like you did just before. Yarn over, skip the working yarn you have on your hook, 1 second hole from your work. on your hook. Yarn over and push it through. Yarn over, pull it back through. You've got 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over, push through, yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull all 3. And you basically do that until you get where you're going to. Now, depending on what pattern you're using, like if you're making flowers or if you're making a larger amount that'll go on farther, you just keep doing that same pattern. However many times you need to use the half double crochet. And that's a swatch, friends. I hope this helped, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day, or a good morning, depending on where you're at. Bye, friends, and remember to learn and love God.